Database functions. When you use Excel, it's more than often that you would work with large sets of data or organized records. These large sets of data are known as databases. Excel has given us assistance to work within a database in the form of the database functions. So, let's find out what the Excel database functions can do. Besides performing basic calculations like sum or addition, average, count, these functions also use criteria arguments to perform calculations to a specified subset of your database. The other records in your data will not be included in the function. So, let's go ahead and explore them. Let's start by finding out where you can find these functions. Step 1. Click on the FX or the function button alongside the formula bar and just below the ribbon. This will give you a pop-up window. Step 2. Choose from the category drop-down database. The multiple database functions are listed in the selection drop-down list. Come, let's uncover each of them and see how beneficial it would be while working in databases in Excel. Before we jump right in, let's understand the parameters of the general syntax. Function underscore name, open parenthesis, database, comma, field, comma, criteria, close parenthesis, where database is your range of cells under consideration. Field could either be the name or number of the column with the values you wish to calculate. Criteria, either the name of the column and the name of a value in that column as per your specification. So now that we're familiar with the general syntax, let's explore. We shall use a database of 3 columns, with one for region where we have 4 different ones. The next column are the names of sales representatives alongside each of their sales in the 3rd column. Understanding DAVERAGE. This function averages the value in your specified database based on certain criteria. We can look for the average of all the data in the first 11 rows of the database. So in the database, the syntax is as can be seen here. Here is the formula, where $A$1 is to $C$12 is the database. Sales is the field and $A$1 is to $A$2 is the criteria. Understanding DCOUNT. This function counts the number of numeric cells in the specified column according to your defined criteria. Using the same dataset, we shall use the DCOUNT function to find the number of cells in the sales column that corresponds to East in the area region. Observe the syntax here. DCOUNTER. Similar to DCOUNT, the DCOUNTER function counts the non-blank cells in the specified column as per your defined criteria. Let's look at an example using the same formula except we count the filled cells. DGET. This function extracts a single record from the defined database that matches the criteria specified. A minor drawback of the DGET function is that it returns an error if more than one record of the criteria exists in the list. DMAX. DMAX gives you the largest numeric value from the list in the database that matches the specified conditions. This is the syntax used. Daemon. Similar to DMAX, the daemon function gives you the smallest numeric value from the list in the database that matches the specified conditions. Observe how the daemon function finds the smallest value corresponding to the region East, which is the specified criteria. dProduct. This function multiplies the values in your specified column within your database that matches the defined conditions. Observe the syntax here. The criteria here is the region should be East, thus Excel gives us the appropriate answer. DSTDev. If you wish to find out the standard deviation from selected entries, you would use this function. In a manner similar to the previous functions, we find the standard deviation using the DSTDev function with this syntax. There you go. See how easy that was? Let's move on to the next. DST-DEV-P. Similar to the previous function, we can calculate the standard deviation. The only difference is for the entire population. By merely changing the formula from DST-DEV to DST-DEV-P, we found the standard deviation of the entire population in the range. DSUM. Use this function to add the numbers in your defined column that match the conditions specified. The DSUM function is very similar to the sum function, except that it is used for addition operations in databases. DVAR. This function estimates variance based on a sample of your database. Simply use this syntax. This not only saves us from the manual labor of having to do this ourselves, but also saves time while operating with simplicity. DVARP. Similar to DVAR, DVARP calculates variance based on the entire population. So, we have just learned that you can make Excel database functions work for you to make working with databases simpler.